Oh god.
I think the fun of it, the only thing that might be fun about it is knowing how much worse or better it could have gone. But if you want to see that, you'll see it in the stream, so I'll just roll it hidden. My hidden rolls do show up on the stream because I'm still Dexter, even if I'm not in GM mode. Modifier. Interesting. All right.
Was that a hidden plug for your stream so we all watch all the time so we can see the hidden rolls? Fishing for viewership?
Yeah, hey, that's 6 more views. Like,
I would not mind.
that doubles the viewer base.
I think I mentioned this last season. Yes, all of my hidden rolls show up on the stream, because it's only hiding it from you guys, but it's not hiding it from me as a player. And since I'm logged into the stream view as myself, but not in GM mode, it still shows that on my screen. And I trust you guys enough with out of character information that if you want to see that kind of stuff, I don't care.
Yeah, it's all good. Alright, so set the scene for us. I'm standing in front of the android. Android's got a gun pointed at the person that we're trying to sweet talk.
Good job, guys.
Many guards with mini guns are pointed at us, and Nox is trying as hard as he can to blend in with the floor.
So those guards are still coming out of the mansion, which means they are that 15 meters away.
Just imagine like a clown car spilling out its contents.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, clown cars have small doors. This mansion doesn't.
Yeah, but they come out of the small door in the big door, right? Like, they don't open the... Come on. They don't open the whole grand door. That only is opened when other house, leaders come to visit.
Or leave, like he just did.
They don't. He doesn't open the big door in his own house. Come on.
That's right. Terrifying flying insects might go in.
Exactly.
So the scene is the guards are pouring out. He after he said, "Arrest them all," and one of them immediately sees Android raise the gun, aimed at the back of Cassian's head. Shouts, "Gun!" You see all their guns come up. This is all happening within splits of a second. And Nick, at any point you can interrupt me and say Android pulls the trigger.
I think we've already established that was not going to happen.
I know. I'm just telling you that if you change your mind, I'm not controlling your character, even if it's based on exactly what you said earlier. But at any point, that can be done, and unless it's interfered with, you have an on-target shot. Same with Zoe and Charlie here. If you guys are doing anything that interrupts this, just let me know. The squad of guards coming out of the house raise their rifles, aimed at Android, and Cassian stops. He pauses and puts his hand up. Just one. And turns around to face the two of you. The three of you. But mostly the two of you. And pauses for a moment. Looks past Zoe at the android. Sorry, I needed some water to go into this. The villain monologue.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wait. My dad's a villain?
What? No.
Whoa.
I'm just using the villain monologue as a reference that you'd understand, but he's definitely a good guy. He's just doing a villain monologue.
You say that.
I mean,
But
the good
then
guys monologue as well. That's usually when the villains do terrible things to them because
It
they
is,
monologue.
right?
I mean, you say that, but then you also gave me this paragraph in the DMs.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Look, I'm slamming X for doubt. I cannot hit X for doubt any harder.
All right, well, we'll be sure to F for respect later on for you.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to, because we're all gonna die.
I'm sorry, I don't have F for respect. I have F for honk.
Isn't that usually V?
I switched up the keyboard.
Oh, okay. F is usually melee for the high five. Respect. Respect is a high five. But let's get back into it. If neither of you have interrupted him or interrupted the pause,
I shoot him. Let's get it.
I mean,
let's-
Android already spoke to him, so let's see what his reaction is.
Oh my god.
you've played your hand, android. With nothing but a pair of brass balls. I applaud your bravado, but let's consider the stakes here. He pauses again, signals the guns to lower their guns, the guards to lower the guns. If any guns are holding guns, he signals them to lower them as well. And assumes a neutralish posture. Lowers his hand that he's held. That explains it. Hooks it into a belt loop. I have more guns. I have more reinforcements. Attack me and all three of you die. You accomplish nothing, it's a senseless death. And you can't kill me. Destroy this body and I return, if not in flesh, then in righteous vengeance of men and women, loyal to House LaRue, empowered by the exchange of light. Everything and every person that each of you holds dear is on the line. The squeeze of that trigger destroyed it all. Now, let's get down the gun and talk. And he's staring straight at Android.
That is all we requested in the first place. Android puts the gun away.
Well,
Very
that was
well.
fun. You got any beer in this place? Cut that tension with a knife.
Let's start with, who are you?
That's a great fucking question.
You
I-
look like my daughter.
I look a lot like your daughter, but I don't have any fucking memory. So,
You talk like my daughter.
well,
Always wore a filthy mouth.
well, yeah, well, that part hasn't changed, I guess. Look, all I'm saying is I had memories, maybe, and then they got removed, and now I can't fucking remember anything. But I look an awful lot like your daughter, so I came to see if maybe you could help me out. If you can't, that's fine. We'll take our leaves. It's kind of what I prefer to do anyway.
Given the immediate threat from your android here, I hope you will understand. I will need to remove all of your weapons.
You understand how you threatening to arrest us because I wouldn't hug you sort of means that I'm not really comfortable with that power dynamic.
You don't have a lot of choice.
Well, I mean, we could just leave, and I would be perfectly happy with that choice. I felt like this whole plan was kind of a bad idea to start with.
And yet here you are.
All right. Yeah. Let's wrap this up. Android, let's go. And I start walking back towards the gate. Like I don't even get back in the car. I just start walking. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, this is gonna go well.
You should know that genetic scanners do respond to her. And the android leaves as well.
So now Charlie's just standing there with a bunch of guards.
Well,
And the most
thought he was
lying
lying on the
there, I
floor. We
believe.
just walk over him.
Yeah.
the most powerful man on the planet. What does he do?
Uh. Poor Charlie.
Is he talking? I can't
Knox, are
hear
you
him.
still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Can you hear Xander, Knox?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is Charlie doing? Zoe and Android are walking away. Cassian is watching them. The guards are also eagerly watching this entire thing fold out. Very itchy trigger fingers. Their guns are lowered, but they are held completely at the ready. They're very well trained, very disciplined. Not well
Yeah, I
trained,
mean-
disciplined.
He just like held up a hand and they were like, "Oh, okay, let's not shoot these guys."
After these guys leave, I wait a bit, just like catch my nerve, step back, another step back, and then I'm gonna jog to catch up.
Okay.
When he catches up, I say, "Sorry for wasting your time, guys. I thought that he might be a little more receptive than he was." So
Perhaps if you had adhered to the standard social norms, this might have gone better.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You, who pulled a gun on somebody, want to adhere to standard social norms?
Yes,
Okay, just wanted to
pulling a gun was the only move.
just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page. All right.
Being
Is
in
it-
prison was not an option.
Maybe possibly next time we sort all this out before we get on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Oh,
They make use of a certain planner.
so do we make it back to the gate or are we shot in the back? Like,
You're not shot in the back. However, the gate is 300 meters, so that's 3 football fields.
yeah, I mean, look, I want him to watch me walking away. I want him to see me knowing him walking away.
And unless anybody looks back, you won't know if he is.
I'm not going to look back.
Well, then I guess you'll never know, will you?
Hey, Charlie,
That's
Charlie,
assumed.
Charlie, look back.
Yep, that was definitely my plan.
Does Charlie or Android look back?
I do.
Okay. He is still watching you.
Okay. It's even worse than the first time.
He is just standing there. He's crossed his arms, so his posture has changed.
And you wonder where the stubbornness comes from.
About 20 meters from the gate,
Let us walk 280 meters out.
The gate closes, and you have to walk all the way back.
the 2 guards that were on the other side of it come around. One of them has his rifle held again at the ready, but is not aiming at you. And the other one calls across the vast gulf of 20 meters at you.
Yeah, what's up?
Mr. LaRue would just like a quick GID.
Am I supposed to know what a GID is?
That's genetic ID.
Scan.
And yes,
Okay. I hold up my middle finger, and then I put it out so they can get their genetic ID, and then I put it back up, and then I leave.
All right. You do have to close distance between the 20 meters. It's
Well,
a
I mean, they're right
huge,
next to the
huge
gate.
gap.
We have to walk over there anyway.
I know. I'm just being a punk at myself, really. I'm teasing myself about the 15 meters away and trying to initiate a hug. That was a sense of scale that was very far off.
Look, it's one of those things where you think the person walking behind you is closer than they are, so you hold open the door for them, and then they like stop and tie their shoe, and so you're just stuck there holding the door open for them.
Ah, yes. I ran about 50 feet away.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, he places the kind of wide open bracelet around her arm. Has some doodads that go along with it. It looks more like a wrist brace type thing. Um, but Zoe can clearly see, just to allay any concerns, that this does not have any obvious mechanisms for trapping her wrist in it. Although it
Yeah.
could be TL5, in which case it might not show those mechanisms.
Look, if
In
they
which case
really,
it's space magic, so who
Yeah.
cares?
yeah, if they had space magic, we'd already been screwed. So
Um,
So no space truth.
And then, so when they're done getting the GID, I give them a card that has a phone number on it, and I say, when he changes his mind, tell him to give me a call.
okay. Is Knox, not Knox, is Charlie looking back again? Or is he finished with that?
Yeah, no, just really every couple feet, I'm checking back
Okay.
just to make sure he hasn't like get teleported 3 feet behind me.
Well, in addition to the guards who have taken a more tactical position, hello, kitty. A giant
Yeah, now
cat
push to talk.
has pushed itself into the mansion. No.
Wait, there's a giant cat? Oh shit, I'm back in. All right.
a pair of warbots have also come to flank the guards. They're still 280 meters away, but they're the heavy warbot brand. That's generally illegal except for military, and he's technically military. When I say generally illegal, I mean highly illegal.
Guy's got mech tanks to take on 2 dudes and a robot.
Yep.
No, they're not mech tanks. They're just warbots. They're
Seems like we
basically
need a,
robots with heavy weapons not heavy weapons platforms.
Oh, okay.
The dude takes Zoe's GID and quickly backs off from her. Thank you, Miss LaRue.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Finger guns.
you saw. You saw that's what I named the last episode, right?
Oh, nice. So is my car still out there? No, probably not. I start
No.
walking. Fuck them.
All right, where do you guys want to walk to?
The closest place with an Uber.
Oh, you can just call one if you want.
Yeah, but I don't want to hang out here at the gate.
Okay.
I make myself scarce.
All right. It's not quite as far as it is from the mansion to the gate until you've gotten to regular intersection, regular people stuff. There are some noble-themed stores, restaurants, cafes. This is the high-class part of town. Off in the distance, you see to either side of you, you see other high-class residences. But this one is clearly at the very end of him. Sorry, that wasn't very descriptive. This one is clearly the highest class of them and spans itself at the edge of the city.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to go shopping. I just want to get out of here.
Ditto. Let's leave.
So, we'll hire a taxi and go back to our ship.
Hey, so you're just gonna ignore the shopping list you were given then?
Was I given a shopping list?
I mean, I kind of assumed.
I
I
don't.
don't think.
I don't have
I
it.
thought we.
On...
I thought we had discussed it, and I don't think I ever officially gave you one. But
Oh yeah, because my to-do list does not have go shopping on it. Um.
should have been. I should have been more clear that I expected shopping to be done.
Not do it now.
We can hang out on the ship. You can go down.
No, was the reason I didn't go down though.
Yeah, because she's illegal or something.
I'm illegal.
Yeah, Dex, we got a little time down here, I guess. No, look, I kind of want. Let's be honest. We don't want to skirt around with this guy. Let's just get out of here.
Scandalous.
Okay. Well, once you get to the main street, you can pause at a cafe and call an Uber, or you can continue walking until you see one that's free.
One that. Oh,
One
you
that's
mean, like-
available.
Gotcha. Yeah. I was like, wait, there's free Ubers? What? Yeah. No, we'll just call one to us.
Okay. You are offered a free sample from the bistro that you're hanging out beside while waiting for your driverless Uber.
No, thank you.
Charlie, Android?
Well, the Android is following.
No. Are you? This young lady has walked up with a tray of looks like iced pastries, and is offering a an icing bite is what it's called.
Oh, I'm sure a young girl somewhere else would be very happy about this, but the Android, no.
Charlie?
Nope.
She
But
smiles.
we're a bunch of grumps.
It's hard to maintain an appetite after that.
She smiles, asks, tells you to just flag her down if you decide to order anything, or not decide to order anything, but if you'd
Oh.
like to order anything. It's not like
We
you guys are actually in the wedding space.
Okay, yeah. I was like, if we're actually in there, I'll order a coffee or whatever.
No, she came out to you.
Okay.
Your driverless Uber comes along, and
God, we're gonna get fucking kidnapped.
asks
This
you
is how we get kidnapped.
where you would like to go.
Take us back to our ship. The landing area. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but I remember where we were parked.
Typically called the starport.
Yeah.
The Star Marina. The posh on this planet.
Okay.
The yacht club. The
Yeah,
space
that sounds right.
It's another about 30-minute drive to get back to the starport.
Mm-hmm.
In that time, you were
And that-
offered a variety of music stations to accommodate your preferences.
I turn on the tabloids,
The tabloids.
the tabloid news. You know, the TMZs.
Oh God.
I want to know if they've already cottoned on to me. being
Let's listen to the local crazy talking heads.
here. Amazing. All right. Yeah, you know, like news or whatever.
Yeah. There actually is breaking news. Breaking story, not breaking news. They're not allowed to just call it that. Breaking story. Zoe LaRue back in town.
Fuck. All right.
uh,
It continues on with, and this isn't like the last time she was sighted. This one's for real. Went straight up to Daddy's mansion, and it just stops right there. So there's some other breaking story that just jumps out in front of it, talking about some whales found on Lohikau Echna.
Thank God. I'm already old news. I love it.
You guys make it back to the starport without incident.
Cool. Let's get the hell out of here.
Return to your return to your ship, and call for authorization to leave, to disable the clamps. And the operator reports back. You're cleared to leave, Ms. LaRue.
Oh, Jesus. All right. I thought you were dragging that out because you're going to trap us here. All right. Let's get the hell
Trapped
out
on
of here.
Movie Era for 7 sessions.
Yep.
well, I do at least appreciate your ability to leave a planet.
Yep, no lingering.
Clamps are deactivated, and the ship is given flight instructions to leave atmosphere.
Cool. Is there any way to, like, check this thing for bugs?
Oh, good. I'm glad you were thinking of it too.
Literally the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's something that she could have learned from Walter, if nothing else. He's checking everything for bugs.
Yeah. Look, the most powerful man on a planet. We visit his planet. I'm checking my ship for bugs when we leave.
That's fine. We're also not flying directly back to the mothership.
Directly back? Is that a good idea? Until
That's
we
why
know.
we're not doing
I
that.
think
Oh,
That
not.
is
Yeah,
why
I
we're
said
flying
not.
the
Yeah.
other way.
Gotcha. I thought you said we were, and I was like,
No.
gotcha. Okay. Cool. So what do you need me to do to check this thing for bugs?
Well,
We could use the radio receiver as sort of a collection dish against, the background radiation. I'm gonna say a bunch of technical sounding stuff.
Okay.
That's really mumbo jumbo.
no, go ahead.
We're gonna transflop the perimeter into a antimatter based system of
Okay, stop. You're embarrassing
control.
me.
Okay.
So you're using the creative focus.
Yeah.
And you've got
I'm
that
gonna-
at the level that lets you just make stuff on the fly.
Yeah, I'm gonna MacGyver the shit out of this.
Remember, that's one of the first things you wanted to do. You wanted that MacGyver shit. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull that up. So go ahead and make your MacGyver check. I mean, your creative check.
Fix skill?
Once per scene, you can jury-rig an item from immediately accessible materials. Int fix.
Yep.
How much are you willing to cannibalize the ship to make this device?
She can cannibalize her own shit before she gets knocked out.
I don't actually think we need to cannibalize the ship. I think that we need to use parts of the ship's infrastructure, but
Well, when I say cannibalize, I don't actually mean that she's going to take it out and eat it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
yeah,
she's.
come on, Dex.
No,
If I wanted to eat the ship, that wouldn't be cannibalism.
that's true.
Unless.
Zoe
It
LaRue is part ship,
She never did see what the GID results were.
right?
What I mean by that is kind of exactly what you're describing. Using parts of it in ways that they're not intended, which is going to make it so that they're not used in the ways that they are intended. You may not
Yeah,
necessarily be
no.
taking things apart, but you're rearranging and reorienting things.
Look, I'm gonna take the tinfoil off an MRE and the batteries out of a flashlight, and I'm gonna create
Okay.
a scanner.
Okay. With the materials available and not taking anything that is needed by the ship from the ship, I'm gonna put the difficulty at 12.
Hmm. All right. Bam.
Which she handily makes. All right. I would think that a call for a int program check to scan for the bugs would be appropriate here. Int program or well, you don't have higher sneak than program, so go ahead and make another check. Sorry to make you roll 2 in a row, but int program.
Wow, this is the best I've ever done with any sensor ever.
Well, I think it might be because we're not scanning a planet here.
Yeah. Well,
I think-
and it's my own home built scanner. You know, the ones on the Raza are just okay.
Right.
The one that I made out of tinfoil is much better.
Much more reliable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh god. I'm gonna take, like, if this thing doesn't fall apart as soon as I'm done using it, like, I'm gonna frame it.
Well, you may be surprised to discover that there's a bug.
Mm. Shocking.
So it does find something that's broadcasting back through a clearly secured channel.
Mm-hmm.
It is on the outside of the ship.
That's right. I have
No
I have a
problem.
vac suit. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Android. I'll be right back. Are we out of the atmosphere?
You're not out of atmosphere just yet. Well,
Oh.
okay, it took you some time to do that. Yes, you're out of atmosphere.
Look, I actually prefer that it not take me a lot of time because that makes me way cooler.
Okay, no, you're not out of atmosphere yet.
All right, I wait until we're out of the atmosphere and then I go out and get it.
That was so
Great.
pointless.
It might be easy if I were to go,
Yeah, but you're flying the ship.
which I can do from the outside.
Yeah, I'm not entirely comfortable with that.
This is not a large ship that has an airlock, dual stage airlock. So all three, well, sorry, the 2 humans will both need to be in vac suits if anybody goes outside.
Okay.
Aren't we in our lighter?
No, you're
No.
in your the Marauder.
Huh. Okay.
You wanted to take the Marauder over.
I get. Yeah. All right. Sure.
And
I
that's
forgot.
actually the only way that you'd be able to fly somewhere else instead of straight back to your ship.
Yeah, that's right. Fair enough.
And how our ship is not in orbit.
Alrighty. Nox.
Yeah, and slide into a vac suit.
Yeah. I'm not going to make the vac suiting difficult. You knew you were going to into space. You made sure to have enough vac suits on the ship.
Either way, whenever I have the vac suit on, I'm also using a pressure field just to make sure.
Fair.
Double vac suit. Yeah, I go out and pry it off the fucking side of the ship. What the hell, Dad?
It was very expertly and cleverly hidden. While it didn't take Zoe a whole long of time to find it, when she does locate it, the difficulty of that second check was also a 12.
Oh. Okay. Hot
Uh,
damn. This is advanced technology.
Advanced technology and really clever placement in a position that is using the ship's design itself to naturally mask its signals.
Cool. Well, I throw it off the side of the ship and I go back inside.
Okay.
I leave it transmitting though, because fuck them.
All right. And what do you guys do? How are you getting back to the ship?
We could have theoretically just popped that onto a different ship, and then it would be even harder to find.
I mean, theoretically, we should just throw it in the sun so that they think that we crashed into the sun, and he has to live with the knowledge that he drove his own daughter to her suicide. But
Immediately into the sun. All right.
I mean, technically, since you left it outside, it is caught in our orbit since it has the same velocity and actually just floats outside the window the entire time while we fly.
you know that you can change directions, though, right?
Yes.
I mean, you weren't flying towards the ship anyway, weren't you? Were going like a roundabout route.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, problem solved. Let's get the hell out of here.
But yes, that's how we get back. We basically fly the entire different direction out of sensor range and then burn for the ship.
All right.
And yes, I realize that takes a while.
That's
Alright,
fine.
It's fine. Back on the ship. What's going on is all right, Nemesis. Explain to me again how mining works in Delta Rain.
Well, first you have to get the mining laser.
Well, yes, I've got that, but I can't seem to configure my ship properly for it.
Oh, you got the wrong type of ship. Yeah, so you have to have that type of hard point. You have the wrong type of hard points.
I see. Now, do they still allow storage or? Okay, I see where that's going. Which hole would you suggest for this? Would you say the Type A, the Type B?
You
Well,
want
the
the type
middle.
M for type M for miner.
Well, yeah, it does seem to have the most hard points for it and the best cargo. All right. Oh,
But you will get screwed over by pirates.
yeah, that's typical. What I need is a good newbie alliance. Okay, we're not doing this. We're not doing more of this.
Right. Yeah. I was about done with it too.
Cursed.
It was a good demonstration.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, indeed. All right. I assume you're trying to mask your signal with the halo of light. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Was that a yes?
Yes,
Okay.
that was a yes.
The difficulty for a fighter class is going to be minimal, so I'm not even going to ask you to make it. Actually, the difficulty is 5 plus spike drive rating, which 7 as an int program check. I don't even think.
I mean, I could fail it.
Okay. With interlink.
Not with.
Yeah, this is a check that you can make with interlink.
Even if I made it just with program, it wouldn't make a difference.
Okay.
They're both the same.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and roll that. I see a 5 on the dice.
Blam.
Yep. There's a 10. But yeah, interlink and program are both +2, so.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
you're able to adjust the drive output to mask against the noise created by gases in the halo. And this entire ordeal is going to take you about 3 hours, which is just enough time for Jai to have finished creating his character.
Wonderful.
And complain about how the genetic markers don't line up with the.
Yeah, I did complain quite a lot about that.
I was gonna say, he would probably spend most of the time in the character creator just working with the face and everything.
It's true.
I thought I was reaching on that, so okay, no.
No, the The mining ship was the final decision. The mining thing was the final decision. That only took like 5 minutes.
Okay. You get an alert that a ship has entered. Hang on. All right. Are you also back to the shuttle? Sorry, back to the Marauder. Sorry. Are you also trying to maintain that mask against new ships that are in your region, or is it enough to have just shaken any detection lock?
I mean, we're also scanning for new ships in our region, I would assume.
Yes.
So
That's
if
not the question,
nothing
though.
has popped up,
Yeah, that's not the question. There are other ships.
then yes.
Okay. You're using my new rules on this. So comms has adjust the drive output. This is an int pilot check with a difficulty of 7 again.
Man, this is the most dice rolls I think we've ever done for anything.
See, bare minimum, we're good.
Okay. Okay. Then you the Raza is in your region of space. After an hour or so, and do you hail them before approaching, or do you just fly right up to them?
I would fly right up because I know exactly where they are. I've known this entire time.
Okay.
Open fire. It's
Um,
not
I
unidentified
could,
ship.
I
Oh.
could literally open fire on myself. Yes.
um, After Jai has selected his mining ship and started to get into the customization details available there, which aren't many for his new account.
It's fine. The ship only takes like 5 minutes. Like I
Okay.
said.
He doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
You receive an alert that a ship has approached into combat range.
Well, I log out of the account. Somewhat happy that I have an excuse not to play. And
Aw.
head over to the bridge.
Okay. Not trying to be mysterious. The ship is identified as the Marauder.
Okay.
Combat range pretty much blows off all attempts to hide your identity or signatures.
Okay. I guess I'll open up the channel to them. Well, welcome back. How did meeting your father go?
Terrible. And then I storm off.
You're still on the
Where are
ship.
you? I was gonna say, where are you storming off to?
Yeah. she
the other side of the cockpit.
She stamps her feet.
I'm not actually going anywhere. I just kind of
stamps her feet and shifts a little to the right. Well, that is a pity. Did you at least get the router for Panjata Varul?
no.
Great. Good job.
It was important that we avoid incarceration. We were about to be incarcerated.
And how did you not be incarcerated?
Hostage taking.
Great.
And dialogue.
All right. I'm sure that went well.
Yes, we were not incarcerated. We made it back. We disabled the tracker.
Okay. Okay. Well, I suppose that's something, at least. Just get in the ship. We'll have to plot a course now. Hmm.
Cool. We do it.
Yeah. It takes another 15 minutes to get out there over to the ship, and another 15 minutes to dock and clamp the Marauder. Unless you just want to shotgun it in,
Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift style.
Technically, it's possible, especially if you control both ships. You can match velocities very easily.
And you guys are back aboard the Raza. Not arrested. And not shot.
Yay! Mission success.
If you say so.
Oh, did you get the drones that I asked for?
We didn't get shit. And I stomp off.
Okay. I take it they... Alright.
She does not like to hug.
Huh?
Her father wanted a hug. She does not like hugs. He did not take it well. He must be very lonely.
I see. Well, okay. Since that got fucked up by certain behaviors, we'll have to have a new plan.
Would you
Dex,
like a hug?
no, I would not like a hug.
Just like her father.
See, this is how these things happen.
Can you go, like, help work on some broken part of the ship, I guess?
I am. I'm flying the ship while standing here.
Alright, I'm going to stand somewhere else then. I just walk away.
Is there anybody who likes a hug?
Charlie?
No, I'm going back to my room.
All the NPC crew members avoid android's eyes.
Walter comes up. What? What's this about a hug? That's probably the worst impression of him ever.
Amazing. It was perfect. Spot on. I couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
No one does not like hugs.
I thought he couldn't make it today.
It's becoming a problem.
Oh, man.
I think it was safe to say in character that Walter would take a hug from Android if that's what she's really wanting to do.
But she wasn't really offering. It was more a question of,
Well, he interprets it that way.
Yeah.
well, she would awkwardly hug him.
Does she hug him a little bit too tight with her android strength?
I mean, he couldn't get out of it if he wanted to. But she doesn't crush him.
I'm glad we've managed to shoehorn in the romance subplot.
Is that what this is? That what this is?
God, I hope so.
I mean, technically,
I mean, he's trying to woo her with, like, letters and cards, and she's
he
giving him
also
hugs.
he also is trying to get cybernetic upgrades.
Yeah,
Are we not sure that's not an attempt to?
be more androidy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Crap, you're right.
Yep.
The campaign wasn't complete without a love line.
Well, then now we have it.
A romantic tumor, as it were.
Growing on the back of this story. Oh, that's terrible. All right. Cool.
You people and your horrible primitive reproductive drives, why can't you just clone yourself like a normal person?
so that you would have sex with the clone? No, that's fucked up.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get the hell out of here.
Where are you guys going and what are you doing?
That's exactly the problem. I wanted to get the routers for Panjati Varul, which is 3 hops away.
We could, if we really need to get the stuff, we could send one of the 2 remaining crew members.
Can't we
They can just go down, do some shopping, and come back up.
Can't we just text them?
Text who?
The like,
The
is there
remaining crew members?
no? Is there no way to get there without? Yeah, we can just go up to Un and then go through Un. Like, come on.
Well, the problem with Un is, well, I mean, I suppose technically, Un's thing was we couldn't have like a certain number of weapons on our ship, right?
We're just going there in order to leave. Like, we don't have to hang around.
The problem is we'd need fuel.
I was gonna say, tell to the bro.
Would
Like-
Uber Eats deliver a scanner if we said that the robot was going to eat it?
Okay, so if you really don't want to go through Un, we could go up to Envecu and then over to. Oh god, that has too many apostrophes in it. And then over to Punjati Varul. Like, this is not. Like,
I mean, and Vec would actually require another jump too. We'd need to jump through Halaulu.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has too many apostrophes in it.
It only looks like 1 on my screen. How many are you seeing?
That's too many.
Okay, I was just making sure that you weren't drunk and seeing, 3 apostrophes.
Nemesis. Oh shit. Nemesis, could you? Well, fuck. We're going to actually need to get fuel somewhere anyway.
I mean, we could go to Kurafali, go visit the prison planet, and then.
I feel like that'd be a terrible idea.
Can we just get fuel before we leave?
We don't have a fuel bunker, right? So we've only got enough for 1 jump at a time.
Well, we have enough for 2, but if we do 2,
Okay.
then we're out,
Mm.
right? I believe that's how it works.
We
And
also used one to get here and haven't refueled, so we
Yeah.
are at 1.
Yeah. All right. Let's just try to stay quiet. We're in the Leaf. We can just go to a station, get some fuel, and then Nemesis can send out a few inquiries to try to pick up proper routers to Panjati Varul. And you 2 can just stay in the ship. You
Great.
3.
Love it. Definitely. So Nemesis, I was thinking if I go into a Nautilus class, I can really just get all kinds of guns on the front, and then I can take out all the stupid miners. Because who the fuck mines in this game?
That's the spirit.
Crafter classes are important to the economy of the game. You can't just leave it like that.
Yeah, they're important to the pirate economy.
Yeah. Look. Okay. Let me put it this way. If I buy all their crafts and then kill them, the price of the crafts go up.
How are you going to craft all the high tier gear? You need crafters.
Look, it's fine. It's fine.
They're resilient. They'll figure it out.
Mm.
You're gonna figure it out with fucking rusted ass iron weapons.
Yeah, well, if I have the rusted iron weapons and there's nobody to make anything better, I'm the top of the heap.
Yes, the one-eyed man is king in the
Exactly.
kingdom of the blind.
Exactly. I'm going to create a dark age for Delta Rain.
It's been tried before. It's not gonna work out the way I think it is.
All right, let's hold on to this for those times when not everyone can make it and we need a second game.
Okay.
A very shitty Delta Rain game, sure.
In retrospect, maybe I should have done that instead of having you guys play out actual events with the Galactic Mandate.
What? No.
We just do our terrible Eve knockoff.
It's so much more expensive than Eve, though.
Yeah, you can fly up and down.
Oh.
Yeah.
do. So, what are you guys actually doing?
All right, we're just going to a station very quietly, getting some fuel, and then making Nemesis ask people for routers to Punjabi Virul.
Okay. So Light Rider Station is positioned just outside the halo of light. The station and its extensive shipyard platforms appear to be riding the luminous gases like a rail, hence the name.
I will say, I may have already mentioned it, but if it is, if we really need the stuff that's on March, would it be possible to send like Ivan, Alexei, or Elena out to the planet? Because I'm sure they don't have a criminal history.
Oh, I'm sure it would be. I just don't think we actually need anything on March.
I want some drones.
Well, that and the Marauder would be recognized.
Yeah, that's your other risk here. Is the Marauder is now associated with Zoe, and the
We could
people who
send a
pulled the
lighter.
gun. You can use the lighter.
Which means putting our ship in orbit, though.
Yeah, I'd rather just not stay here too long if certain parties have already overstayed our welcome.
Within 5 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't take long at all.
Look,
We
I
could've
was
run
gonna
errands
say,
first.
at
least
least
we were
nobody got
gone.
kidnapped on March this time around.
This is why I wish Captain Mom was still around to keep you out of trouble.
Look,
Hey, everybody has been staying out of trouble. Nobody got abducted at SOS. Nobody got abducted on March.
Yeah, we're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this a thing?
Way
If you
ahead of
guys
the
get
game.
abducted everywhere?
Yeah, it was a thing.
I feel like it should have been in my job briefing.
Yes. Not us, but yes, in the previous season there was one character where it was like, wait, you're not trying to abduct me? That's new.
The character literally got kidnapped on both, or
Every
abducted
planet.
on both SOS and on March.
Gee, really?
Yep.
How?
Quite
What are
easily,
they
as it turns out.
doing?
Think the Zoe kind of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh yeah,
Light-
that was Rain Ladi with guns in our faces. That counts.
all right. All right. So Light Rider Station for fuel. You do not encounter any problems or resistance there. It is under the ownership of House Belmont. So you also don't see any vampires.
That's good to know.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Well, you wouldn't see him. That's the problem.
No,
Don't pick apart my ambiguous wording.
Right.
You're able to refuel and restock your life support, 500 credits. Now, what is Nemesis doing to try and get, I think you said, the rudder information for Panjati Varul, is that correct?
Mhm.
I mean, it's not that information isn't restricted, is it?
It's not something that you can just access a database and get.
Oh. Okay.
The payment for the fuel has been taken out of ship funds.
Where? I'm not really sure where to start looking for that stuff. I mean, I guess I can ask around on the web.
Yeah, so rudders like that are typically reserved by government entities, if they have them. Private individuals, private ship captains may have them. They're just... I kind of go over this a little bit, but I'm not sure how clear I am each time. You get the 1 and 2s for free. I know you guys know that much. But 3s are just held by... when they exist, they're held by someone else. They're not provided for free. You may be able to get them for free if you know who to ask and how to ask them. Or hack, yeah.
But remote hack, just to be clear, remote hacking and /number is not really a thing, right?
It's not
It's all usually
really
very
a thing, yeah.
physically hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like if we get to someone else's ship, possibly that we know might have it, but
Well, that and we could steal
or-
the entire ship at that point.
we're going down to March.
Can I
Yeah. Do we want to just go full on piracy now? We do have a weapon.
I don't think this is the good place to do it.
There are other ships at this station.
Hey, Dex.
Mhm.
Can I use my level 2 shrewd merchant to like locate if it's for sale without
yeah.
like without putting up a broadcast that says, "Hey, Zoe LaRue's here"?
I could give you a disguise.
Oh God. So
No, in this case, it's just throwing a bag over your head.
I swear, ski mask. Traders trust the person on a ski mask.
So, without throwing a broadcast out, kind of goes against the intent of that level of focus. The idea of it only taking 1 to 6 hours is that you're doing whatever is needed, and assuming the risk from doing that.
Okay. All right.
But note that I've specifically said that it won't be a trap. Any searching that you do may be noticed on worlds with strict monitoring. You know that this world has strict monitoring.
Yeah, but we're now on a station not owned by my dad, so I'm not as worried.
That's very true.
What do you guys think?
Yes, just go do it. It'll take another month to get us there if we don't have that rudder. So, just do what you have to do to get the rudder.
All right. Do you want me to roll what, like a d6?
Yeah, go ahead.
Three hours.
Okay. What are you guys doing for 3 hours on the station?
Kicking back, relaxing, maxing all cool, shooting some space b-ball.
Is there space b-ball in Delta Rain?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you
probably.
really want to keep going with that? Because there will be some bad guys.
I stopped where I stopped for a reason.
Okay.
I mean, Android goes window shopping just to see what's there. Might be interesting.
In Delta Rain or on the station?
On the station.
Okay. The station doesn't actually have any amenities for you.
Well, not for her.
No, the station doesn't have any amenities that any of you have access to.
Does that mean it has some that we don't have access to currently?
Yes. Yeah, this is the Light Rider. Light Rider Station is is actually a quite large shipyard. There, you can see from viewports and information available to you that it does have food services, not cafes, but cafeterias, some for-profit businesses. But you guys are limited to only maintenance and fuel services. You're not allowed onto the interior of the station.
Any indication as to why?
It's just it's only for workers.
Oh,
I'm sure. Like, I'm pretty sure Belmont probably wants to keep the public as far away from their private capital shipbuilding shipyards as possible.
Yeah, you're not being denied because of who you are. You're being denied access because of who you aren't.
Right, it makes sense. Do they at least have vending machines out here?
They've got vending machines for you.
Great. I get a Kit Kat bar.
Oh, give me a break.
Ah.
The Applebee's of that Kit Kat bar.
Now I want a Kit Kat bar.
You brought this on yourself.
I know.
this is
3 hours pass, and Zoe does find one of the ships here has responded positively. They do have rudders to Panjati Varul.
Cool.
and are asking to open up a channel.
They're gonna want a hug, don't they?
Yeah, be on standby to hug them, android.
Do you,
Always
guys-
back to the hugs.
do you guys want me to talk to him? Because I will. I answer the phone. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, yeah, Panjadi for rule. Is that, am I hearing that right?
Yeah, that's the place we want to go.
Seeking treasure?
Oh, you know it.
You got any good hints?
Well, I've heard that west is the way to go.
Don't be coy with me.
Do we have any hints?
Well, koi are some weird fish.
God, yes, they're very coy. I cried. I need to actually double check my notes again because I am certain I put this down here. Hold on.
Holding. Okay, that's enough of that. Baby shark, doo 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 doo.
That's such an improvement.
Shark, doo 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 doo. Baby shark.
Have you heard the metal version by Leo
Yes.
Morcelli?
Yes, it's amazing.
All right. So I don't want to.
Wait till the android sings Barbie Girl.
Yeah, yes, Lulu.
All right. So the stuff I have written down is not stuff we want publicly available.
So no, we don't have any hints.
Can we
I mean, make
rework
something.
and
You
mash
can
full
make
hints
something
together?
up.
Look, I tried. West is the way you want to go. Seemed like a real good hint, but you know they didn't buy it.
Oh, crud.
The vaguest hint in the seven seas.
Well, let me double check my personal notes again.
Are you guys having this discussion in character or?
Look, I don't actually know what they want. Like, are they looking for a treasure map? Like, do they want to know if we have a treasure map?
Well, I don't think treasure map. Just if we know of any like decent finds that we might be willing to drop for them.
I mean, I could just pay him.
I mean, you're the merchant.
All right, I don't want to draw this out. I don't have any cool hints for him. How much is this going to cost us?
Well, kind of says, well, I know how valuable the finds down on. Hang on 1 second here. Down on Trinity Shade can be. So you want to rudder straight to it. You're obviously avoiding mandate. You're obviously avoiding un. Yeah, see,
I mean,
you've got a few guns over there.
Look, I mean, we're mostly just avoiding the time sink, you know.
I think that's worth 5,000 credits.
Oh. So I say oof in character, but out of character, is that bad? I don't know.
Let me go give
I
you.
believe it's about $50,000 in actual money.
Yeah, that is a fair amount.
Do you mean a fair amount as in the literal sense of the word fair? Or...
No.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a
Basically.
lot.
Hefty price.
Yeah, I wanna talk him down.
So, 5,000 credits would be an affluent person's maximum funds. A lot of money to an ordinary worker is 500.
And okay, and we haven't ever gotten any other 3-jump things, so yeah, no, I come back with 3,000.
That's barely a percentage of what you may get there.
Yeah, but it's also a higher percentage than nothing.
I mean, you can tell them they can consider this a scientific expedition.
Yeah, that's what they called all the grave robbing missions in Egypt. So that doesn't really.
Well, I mean, they can. Well, everything we do will probably belong in a museum.
Yeah, that's okay.
That doesn't mean it's going to end up in a museum, though.
No, museums are horrible institutions.
Look, this is a valuable rudder. You coming straight from March to Panjati Varul. You get straight back to March.
Yeah, but I mean, you're only saving us like a month. Like that's what 500 credits for the fuel and then time. I mean, come on, man.
You don't want it. Don't take it. Go ahead and give me a trade roll.
Hey, something I'm good at, so I'll probably fuck it up.
And you can use either intelligence or charisma.
Doesn't matter. So in this case, I will use charisma because of how friendly I'm being.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah, he's saying the words basically take it or leave it, but he's
So I come back with, all right, I guess I have to leave, and I'm putting my finger right here on the disconnect button. Feel free to stop me. Okay, there we go.
4,000.
Yeah, I mean, I want to skip to the end of this negotiation. So
Yeah.
if that's okay,
That's fine.
all right, cool.
And that's when he said, "Ha! I would have taken it for 5,000."
Oh, jeez.
Joke's on you. He had 10,000.
Yeah, right. All right. So 4,000, I guess.
You guys have found a rudder and bought a rudder to Panjati Varul.
Perfect. Are we fueled up?
You're fueled up.
Android, get us the hell out of this system.
Very well.
So 4,000 is taken out of ship funds.
Hooray. Now we need to figure out how to search an entire planet for a incredibly rare piece of tech.
On a budget.
On a budget.
Look, not that much of a budget.
Yeah, I'm confused. What's the budget?
400,000 credits.
Oh. Okay.
Any amount of money is a budget if it's finite.
Plus however much Jai has.
Not much.
Okay, all right.
Oh, and it also might not be there. It might be on the other one, Trinita Fade. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get the hell out of here.
All right.
Do I get to know the name of that guy so in the future when we have business dealings I can be like, haha, remember that time I got that thing off of you?
Yes, his name is John Skee. S-K-E-E.
John Ski.
John Ski.
John Ski.
John Ski, but he does not sled.
How old is that rudder?
Oh, we didn't ask, did we?
2 weeks.
You didn't ask.
Oh, only about 50 years.
Dawn
Dex,
of the sector.
I swear to God, if you get us like that, I will be so mad. Look, a usable rudder. Like, come on.
It's fair to that's something that I would hold against myself if I gave you a 50-year-old rudder without jumping in there and reminding
Our
you
characters
to ask.
are more our characters are more competent.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah.
It's not a brand new rudder, but there was no reasonable expectation that it would be a brand new rudder.
Yeah.
You say that?
Well, I am saying that there is no reasonable
Expectation.
Wow. For it to be a recent rudder, given where you're trying to go.
They might have come from there.
That's not a reasonable expectation, given
They
where
would
it is.
they'd need a jump 3 ship anyway,
Mhm.
or a drive 3.
Yeah. The rudder that they have is 1 to 5 years old. So
So I have a question. If
Mhm.
we use it and
Okay.
fly there, will we then have a rudder that is perfectly up to date?
Mhm.
Cool, so that we can sell it to all the people in Punjabi.
yes, you can.
Sweet.
For
I mean-
6,000 credits. Profits.
Yeah, this guy gets it.
Alright.
Look, I knew I liked Charlie.
On the bright side, you might never get the chance. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're all. Oh god, we're all gonna die.
It is about time we ran into some sort of combat scenario.
Does selling a rudder mean no
Combat
longer
with-
have it?
Talking spike
No.
drill mishap here.
No.
No, you still have it.
Data.
You did run into a combat scenario. There were lots of guns pointed at people.
Yeah,
That's true.
we just diffused it via discussion.
God.
Entering that combat scenario would have been an HPK.
I mean, look at the bright side. We would have, the party up here would have gotten several more hours of perfectly good
Delta raid time.
gameplay going. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, are you guys just heading straight off to the transition point and then jumping to Panjati Varul?
Might as well. Let's see what happens.
All right. Takes you 16 hours to get out there. And I'm not going to ask what you guys are doing during those hours because you're facing a 3-hex jump using a 2-year-old rudder. Now, I'm going to ask you guys if there are any character interactions about what you guys are doing and, well, yeah, basically the things on the top of your minds right now.
Now's the time to get religious.
I'm a little irritated I didn't get my drones.
Or hug people.
We're not hugging. Hugging is expressly forbidden on this ship.
I start hugging everyone.
Except
To the
your father.
brig. Take her to the brig.
Just a
No.
sign on the airlock, no hugging on the Raza.
Yeah. This
That
is
on my
not this
list.
is not a friendly ship.
This is a no hug zone.
I mean, a hug from the android might be just like being in the brig.
I always,
Yeah,
thought,
that's true.
Peter's
I always
right.
thought this was a professional environment.
This is a very edgy environment.
I'm gonna
hug.
have to submit a complaint to HR.
Well, it's not a professional environment because Elena and Ivan are absolutely at it again. Rutting like Russian boars.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I don't know if Russian boars is a thing, but they're Russian, so
No,
I mean,
what
the
was
boars,
the
they would
first
be
word
in-
you said?
rutting.
Rotting.
Did we at
Oh,
least
so-
pick up? did we
Oh,
at least
well,
pick up
at least
space
they're
rubbers?
enjoying themselves then.
Yeah. Does the ship have a fully stocked supply cabinet of prophylactics? Because we don't need any kids on this ship.
It's
That would be in
fine.
the doctor's purview.
Yeah, I can work something up.
We're gonna lose our storage room to a space daycare.
Oh no, I've got better ideas.
You put them in the armory. The problem will take care of itself.
Chuck Ivan into the sun.
Oh god.
Oh no, I just have a research subject at that point.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Oh
This
boy.
has gone to a terrible place. All right.
All right. You reach the transition
Don't you want to
point.
improve humanity?
No. I don't.
The way you said it, absolutely not.
Just think of the potential.
I am. There's humans are already pretty good at doing terrible stuff. I don't want to make them better at it.
All right. The difficulty for this drill is 9.
Oof. Can I help? Yes.
Nope.
All right, and you're not an expert.
Yeah. Well,
Great.
let's have fun in the deepness of space.
I think this is a good time to take a break.
Yep. All right.
It's 1 o'clock.
Be back in a while.
All right, come on back in 15 minutes, about 1:20.
All right. I need food anyway, so that works.
Okay. All right, well, let's jump back in. Bring the screen back up.
Yes, speaking of jumping.
Android has initiated a spike drill from March to Panjati Rule, and you guys, in theory, have 6 days to kill or die.
Something.
Something.
I'm back to mostly studying the cybernetics thing.
Okay. Is anybody talking about what happened on March or on Lumiere?
No.
What happens
As-
on March stays on March.
As a matter of fact, if you walk up to Zoe at any point, she's got a plan up on her screen, and it looks like she's planning on building a very large bomb.
Okay.
It's on her own time, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you already kind of have a very large bomb, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one is specific for a certain someone.
Someone's name written on it.
All right.
The bomb we do have just doesn't have that personal touch, you know?
Yeah.
The trip is a little bit more turbulent than you guys have experienced in the past. Your metaspace journeys have been fairly calm up until now. Anybody else doing anything for the next couple of days?
No, I don't think I have anything. I don't have anything on the to-do list, so.
How am I doing vis-a-vis?
Have you been keeping track of days?
No.
Oh, I want to work on the God, what did I call it? The window.
Okay. The last I have here is 5 days of cyberware. I think you had a couple days before that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the entire transition. Or not transition. The entire time period when you were leaving the graveyard.
Right. I'm pretty sure I had a number when we were actually in the graveyard too, so that'd be something.
Let me look at my tracker and see if I put you on there. 1 second. And Xander, go ahead and have Zoe give me another int pilot check for that data.
Yep. Apparently I closed roll20 somehow. That's. Did I move it? Did I pop it out?
That's.
I mean, you're still in here, so
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking to you. I'm not sure. Yeah, I must have popped it out. There it is. Okay. That was weird. Piloting check.
Let's see.
Blam. All right.
Oh, that's significantly better than last time.
yeah.
All right. Jai is familiar enough with cyberware that he'll be able to do simple things. I can't remember. Is cyberware rated by any? Does it have any kind of like pharmaceuticals have fix 0, fix 1? Does it have anything that rates it naturally like that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Okay. Then I'll put rating on there of anything that
Well-
only takes 1 week to install?
There is the strain ratings.
Yeah, but I
Oh.
imagine there's some that are a little cruder that would be easy. That might be more
Yeah.
strained, but easier to do.
Right,
Exactly.
and the installation time is actually something that I added in there, based
Okay,
on the
so-
strain. If I remember right.
Can I ask if it's possible for me to cobble together any sort of drone with materials on the ship? PL2 drone.
It actually there's a hidden door like third from the left that's just a room full of drones.
I mean, I'm actually pretty sure we haven't even gone into that other room yet, have we?
Yeah, we did. It was the one with the.
No, wasn't there another one?
Yeah, that was the one with the rifles in it,
Oh, all right. Never mind.
or muskets, or whatever they were.
What
TL
were they?
TL3 weapons, I think.
Mhm.
It's the only reason we have a stocked armory.
A shitty armory.
Alright, let me do one thing at a time. First, I'm doing the, Oh, I put that in a different place. Okay, hang on. The numbers. The... Zoe stuff. That was Miran. The graveyard. Okay. Digging deeper into these numbers and what this means. If you'd like, let me flip you over to the system map.
Oh, I'm looking at the system map on. Okay.
Oh, that's fine too.
Do we have to go back to stat? Because I don't want to.
As funny as that might be, no.
Okay.
8 more weeks of SOS.
Yeah, right.
Show me the groundhog.
4 more years.
Okay.
6
so,
seasons in a movie.
The string is outlining a 3-day window every 28 days in which TMT 77-7 is accessible by Metaspace in hex 0905. Zoe infers from the rest of the data that it's in effectively in a different hex during those other 25 days.
Okay. So it's really whipping around.
It's really whipping around. Or Metaspace is really whipping itself around. There's something going on with Metaspace, something cyclical that leaves this only open 3 days every 4 weeks.
Okay, so we need to arrive at that place within those 3 days, or we need to leave for that place within those 3 days.
The Metaspace tunnel is only open for those 3 days, so you need to get there, do whatever you're doing, and then get out, or you're waiting for the next cycle.
Yeah, but since it takes us a week to get there,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
do we like have to align it so that we arrive at the beginning of the 3 days, and then leave within those 3 days? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's quite impractical.
I'm sorry. What place is this for?
This is here.
TMT 77-7, the place that they were trying to get to.
The black hole.
Yeah, it was the place where they were trying to get to it.
Were they trying to get there, or that just happened to be somewhere that was in their data?
This was just a string of numbers that the guy who was talking suddenly stopped what he was saying and started reciting.
This is where the black ships are from.
Yeah, that's would be more my concern. Is that's where the black ships
I
are
say
from.
where black ships are going to come from a black hole. So
Yeah, that's true.
That makes sense.
Look, I'm in. Sounds it sounds a lot less grasping than my father. Thank you.
That's a stretch.
Thank you.
Hey, Zoe. I'm starting to think that maybe this is just you and not just your dad. Maybe this is actually you.
Maybe the next crew we hire is a therapist.
Yeah, right.
Might be a good idea.
To answer your question, though, you need to arrive there and align your meta space drill, your spike drill, with that 3-day window. So it's a little bit misleading, but it's the data that you have available through those 200 digits.
Mhm.
You would theoretically start a spike drill at some point, navigate a very difficult path because there's clearly some turbulence going on here, something going on, and
Mhm.
then get there in those 3 days. Or not in those 3 days. Get there, arrive there within that window.
Yeah, and then we'd have to leave, otherwise we'd be stuck for a month.
That's correct.
Yeah. It might be worth exploring if we actually solve our immediate problems and are willing to go chase several 100-year-old things.
It also would be a good place to hide.
Yeah, that too.
It is also a +6 on the difficulty for the spike drill.
Oof. 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 Oof.
Yeah. Great.
Wait, +6? You mean -6?
No.
He did not
Oh, the-
stutter.
Oh, the difficulty goes up, not the
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this course is totally uncharted. You know that there's something out there, but you don't have a course for it.
Sorry, I'm really used to playing Powered by the Apocalypse.
Oh, gotcha. It's
So,
fine. It's
I was like, +6, holy shit, that's really easy to get to.
I'm playing in another game where the GM likes to instead of changing the difficulty, likes to just tell you you got a +1 on that, and it throws me off every time.
Gotcha.
So basically, we can't really expect to actually make that drill.
It would be very difficult.
It's possible. It puts it under 13.
Yeah.
DC 13. It's possible.
Seems inadvisable though.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd trust that.
We just have to get a better pilot.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, let's go ahead and have Nick roll 3d6.
Ooh, let's find out how screwed we are.
If you roll a 3, you're going overboard.
You fired.
We're going to
no, it's
keel haul
fine.
you.
I want to make it more exciting by kind of going for the 6 to 8, and then hitting that one specific system that makes it as a 3. That way, not my fault.
That way we don't know what hit us.
Crash right into the sun.
Let's see.
11.
11. Ship off course, spend base time in transit, then make another pilot check.
Aww.
You've got another chance to fail. Don't worry.
Yeah, but then we're like all like, hey, wasn't it supposed to take 6 days? And Joanne's like, no.
All right. So what is happening here? As Jai is studying cybernetics, Zoe is trying to parse out those numbers. Android comes to a storm in metaspace. It's like something has just dropped in front of the ship. There's a wall ahead of you. I remember this is all fourth dimensional stuff, so it's almost like there's some massively physical object in 4-dimensional space out there that is intersecting your 3-dimensional reality. Android is having to try and find a way around it while hoping that the ship's spike drive is able to continue maintaining your 3-dimensional reality. This extra 6 days is going to place a lot of strain on your ship. So let's go ahead and get another spike drill.
Can I attempt to mitigate the strain at all to help out?
Okay. How would you like to do that? To give you a little more context, sorry, I'll ask that again instead of asking the question and then continuing to talk. more context, as I said, you're in 4-dimensional space. Your drill, a spike drill, or spike drive, is trying to.
Okay, well, I guess I don't get a help.
Perfect. Perfect.
Good job.
It's a dream come true.
Nick, please do wait until if someone is trying to help until I've resolved that.
Oh, well, you said get another.
Yeah, but Xander then also asked if they could help, so I do want to give that time to pause.
Well, it sounded with the strain. I thought those were two different things, cause.
Fair enough. Just in the future, when
Yeah.
somebody's trying to help, even if it might be something unrelated, let me finish through. The only thing is now that when Zoe goes to when Xander makes the check, there's no tension of whether it will actually help or not.
Yeah.
And I
I
wanted
mean,
the drama.
that's fine.
You cut the tension with a butter knife.
So yes, Zoe could try and do something with the drive to try and improve its longevity.
Yeah, I put whiskey in the fuel tank, and that gives us an extra 5,000 RPM.
Great.
The
Look,
drive is something you probably don't want to MacGyver too much. You know, MacGyvering is for when you don't have tools that do the job that they're supposed to do.
yeah.
Go ahead and give me a fixed check from Zoe.
Okie dokie.
What did I actually want to do?
Okay. She's able to gird the spike drive, and essentially cause it to reinforce its three-dimensional reality structure.
I have it start saying mantras.
You're working with the machine spirit.
It sounds like that. Something that Zoe has done has caused it to pulse more rhythmically.
Mhm.
So it almost does sound like it is singing or chanting. However, this metaspace route that you're having to navigate there's just obstacles all in the way. Let's go ahead and roll that 3d6 again.
We're gonna be lost in space for a month.
Lost in space.
Yeah, there's an 8.
That's. Oh, I was looking at the previous. Okay.
There it is, power spike.
Look, I tuned this engine perfectly. You can't just slam your foot on the throttle.
Now I'm remembering more of what I don't like about the spike drill mishap. It's just roll after roll after roll. Depending on what you roll, of course.
Well, and it's like a -1 to actually make it where we want every time, isn't it?
No.
No, I don't
Like
think.
it gets harder and harder.
No.
No, it's
that's
the spike drill mishap chart is just
Maybe
straight 3d6 every time.
Maybe that's Traveler. I don't know.
That might be Traveler. I'm gonna skip the other roll, unless that's really exciting for you guys for some reason.
What other role?
So power spike would be one system is disabled until repaired. A ship stuck in transit for full base time before being able to make another pilot check. I guess I'll play it through the way it's written, at least once.
Okay. What's disabled?
6 days, 6 more days off course. I want to do some role play before we actually get to what's disabled. You guys have now spent 7, 8 days in transit, and you guys know this is wrong. Something has gone wrong.
Android, what's going on? We should be there by now, shouldn't we?
Yes. We've been experiencing difficulties.
The one time we need the report to be detailed. The
One
one
time.
time.
The report has been detailed. I've been submitting a daily report to the captain.
Oh god.
Oh, Jai's not been reading the reports.
Nope, he's been sending it to spam.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I guess I need to re-enable that, and you need to send fewer useless reports. Fine. Let's see. I see. We're off track by. Okay, where are we in metaspace, Android?
We are in metaspace.
That's a very
Where-
complicated question.
That's like a philosophical question.
No, not quite. I need the 4-dimensional coordinates.
Is there such a thing?
Yes.
Mhm.
The y coordinate is 10. The z coordinate is 50. The x coordinate is 15,
Stop
and
it.
and the tomato coordinate.
I mean, if
They're
those
having such a talk.
exist, I mean, if we can't see metaspace, we can measure it. Sure, she would give him the exact.
Yes,
Measurements.
yeah, it is measured. The ship is making this translation from 4-dimensional space to 3-dimensional space, and the ship has those coordinates. It's not entirely helpful because of how 4-dimensional space works, but it does give you a little bit more information.
Okay. So, how are you going to fix this?
There's no fixing it. We will either make the course or something terrible will happen. Hopefully not.
Well, make sure nothing terrible happens.
I'm trying my very best.
A question, Dex.
Mm-hmm.
Do androids have enough of like a pseudo biological system that drugs would work on them?
No.
Great. All right, I can't help there. Nothing Jai can do can actually assist Android in any way.
With a high enough program check, could we design like a virus that'll do what drugs do?
Yes.
Yes. Amazing.
I am getting kind of bored on here, so I'm up for the challenge.
And the screensaver outside is not doing a lot for our mental health.
Oh
Hack
boy.
the android while they lead us to our new planet.
Yeah, maybe not the best time to experiment with that. That's a good point. I can start planning it though.
Regardless, since I've done the basic cybernetics education, I'm actually going to start working on some of those drugs I discussed with you.
Okay.
Those drugs I sent you.
Would a co-pilot help?
Yes, a co-pilot could try and roll something other than pilot to assist. The fix you rolled earlier was technically would have been an A check,
Okay.
was a +1, but still did not meet the DC.
Actually, yeah, could I assist then with no to do like an astrophysical metaspace calculations to try to get us through the to get us to the correct coordinates?
Yeah, as long as Jai is given all the information that he would need to try and perform those calculations, yes.
All right. I'm going to roll help with that then. What broke, I guess, first?
That is a good question. Emissions dampers were fixed.
Basically modifying the android or drugging the android. We kind of like overclocking. Actually, that's actually a thing for the android thing, isn't there? Overclocking.
I've
I remember
pretty much said as far as torching or the android equivalent of torching, don't do it. I haven't figured out
okay.
how to reasonably do that yet.
Okay, but that's what it was called, right? Was overclocking.
So
Yeah.
you rolled a 3, right?
I rolled a 3.
The ship crisis is that we should have a crew lost.
Oh no, it's not a ship crisis. That's rolling which fitting is disabled.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I'm just looking at the fitting descriptions here.
Mm-mm. We lose one of the guns we spent a month trying to build.
I mean, in all fairness, it's a system, not fittings.
Probably.
Yeah, it is systems, not fittings.
Okay.
It's
Because otherwise, the
probably
drive
just
could
live.
never be disabled.
Probably just life support.
Ah, yes, the piloting system shuts down.
um
How about the scanning system? We
It's-
never
it's-
use it anyway.
annoyingly vague like that again because the drive is a fitting. But life support is also a system that's not included in any stuff. I rolled a 3 and decided that means the atmospheric configuration is disabled.
Oh god, it's gonna start getting hot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no. The
It's
thing
the
that
thing that lets us land on a planet. It's
Yeah.
the one thing we can totally do without because we have another ship.
Yes.
Yep.
So this is, all things considered, this is actually not a bad system to have gotten affected.
As long as we're aware of it before we try to enter a planet's atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh, it would. There's a new page on the daily report that Jai gets.
All right, here. Jai's trying to, I guess, resolve this with some science.
Okay. Jai is able to run some calculations, run some predictive calculations that don't perfectly match the models of what your rudder expects, and actually you're so far outside the rudder anyways right now. They're predictive. They're not matching what the metaspace environment looks like right now, or looks like it's necessarily going to become. But as long as the android follows Jai's advice there and takes this information into account, she will get a +1 on her next check to try and navigate metaspace.
Sure.
Roll higher this time.
Please.
There you go.
With the
Higher.
+1, that makes it.
Oh, thank God.
Wow.
This is now 18 days that you've been in metaspace.
Are we in any danger of running out of like the foodstuffs?
Not
No.
normally, but because this is 18 days and you're in a system that does not have any kind of restocking, you can't refuel or resupply here. You guys now have 42 days to do what you need to do here and get out.
Great.
Or find supplies.
Yeah, a bajillion sessions. I think we'll be all right. And yes, I did say a bajillion.
I mean, I was still gonna say we're still only a crew of 10, and that's technically only 8 living beings out of 200. So I think we're still fine on life support and stuff.
All right. Dex, how many of those drug things can I make in the 12 days after I finished the cybernetics stuff?
Researching the new things that we're talking about is going to take you time. You have to
Okay.
research them before you can start making them.
All right.
However, if you want to start doing that,
Yeah, the 12 days. Give me them.
okay.
By the way, what was the verdict on cobbling together drones with spare parts?
Cobbling together drones with spare parts. I knew there was something that I missed. Apologies.
That's fine. Just basically, well, I don't know. I guess it would use spare parts, but I was just saying, whatever's available on the ship, since they didn't buy my drone that I requested.
Now, technically, it's building a drone is supposed to be using the parts that you buy in stores. The stuff that I've been having you stock your workshop with to make mods using parts that
Yeah.
you buy in stores.
Okay.
Um, I'm
Yeah, and I was wondering if I could.
I'm gonna have to find a different way of handling that because I don't really want to make you guys go to a planet and go to a store every single time you want to build something or uh, get parts to repair your ship to do
That's fine.
maintenance.
I could just be spending the time assessing whether it's possible, anyways.
Okay.
Because this is really a fallback plan.
Um. What even are spare parts actually for?
Everything.
Building things, literally.
Does it say you can build things with spare parts?
Yeah.
So it's just mods that don't let you that require store bought components.
Technically, drones require to anything you build technically requires the special parts that you can have to buy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Normal devices work just as well as anything you'd buy off the shelf, but the lack of economies of scale and the need to acquire all the parts at retail.
I mean, my impression was that spare parts existed in like some sort of flux where they were whatever you needed them to be.
Yeah. They're quantum spare parts. They don't actually fit into a machine until you look at them.
Or it's just material for 3D printers.
Yeah, more that.
Why don't I just do that instead of complicating it with different levels of resources that you can have in your workshop that you use for maintenance and stuff? Your spare parts are the stuff that you build and mod with.
Cool.
Super clay.
Yeah. I wish that was something that was explicitly spelled out by Mr. Crawford, but
But it is just in many different places.
no, because I mean,
It
it's
might
not.
also be part of, because it's kind of vague depending on what technology level you're really playing with.
Well, no, it's explicitly not. That one sentence there, you need to acquire all the parts at retail. But that's fun. So yes, Nemesis could begin building. She's got 12 days after that first course correction.
Okay. So I guess the question is, what spare? I guess really I'd need to get my own personal supply of spare parts, unless y'all will only let me use ship supply.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with it.
That'd be starting off with a stalker drone. That's the most basic TL4.
Do you want some help? I'm not doing anything else this last 8 days or whatever.
Sure, I could always use help learning to fix better, bigger and better.
It's funny. It is explicit. They cannot be built with scrap or salvaged parts.
Oh, drones.
Just normal devices. Period.
Yeah, but they're not salvaged. It's not salvaged. It's spare parts. It's different.
Okay, I can see that argument. I'm not doubling back on it. I'm just frustrated with the vagueness of the ambiguity.
Yeah.
Ambiguitoire.
Yes. I believe it'll take you a week to build. And having at least one assistant with fixed arrow halves that time. So 3.5 days per drone with Zoe's help, and it does cost twice as much as it would to just buy the drone.
Okay. What sort of spare parts do we have available? I guess it's based on the cost of the spare parts, right?
All spare parts.
I was assessing them at credit cost.
Yeah, all spare parts are blocks of 50, and let's just keep it like that.
So
if your drone costs 51,
40.
then you have to use 2 spare parts.
Okay. Well, the credit cost of a stalker drone is 1,000 base credits. So that would be 20 normally, and I guess if it's double the cost, that would be 40 spare parts. That's surprisingly low.
For what you guys have been gathering, because how much you have to spend repairing your ship, yes,
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's actually kind of petty. All right, yeah, I'll just start with two stalker drones, and then I'll look at buying them. One I want to have for combat configuration. Another one's just well, you don't need another one's going to be.
I mean, you're still gonna need to build the stuff for the configurations.
Yeah, you need the fittings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Believe me, it gets expensive fast.
All right. Well, one of them I definitely want the high speed racing gravitics. Is that double cost as well using the spare parts? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So that's 2,000 base. So that'd be 80 spare parts for that one.
Did we ever upgrade our workshop to TL4?
Yeah, we did, right?
Yeah.
You thought we
Okay.
did.
And you got 2 upgrades on the workshop.
I'd be satisfied with that for now.
You've got the advanced analytics to construct fix 2 mods.
Hmm.
Here, let me fix that for you. Okay, workshops up to TL4.
Baby fix the ship bay.
Yeah, I could, I suppose.
What are we doing now?
I'm
Oh,
fixing
fixing
some
ship bay.
handouts.
I mean, technically speaking, the fighter that once occupied this bay is missing. That's still true. But something else is in there now.
All right.
Think that's over. Okay, the emissions dampers are also fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray.
And disabled. Okay. Sorry that for that delay there.
No problem. Is there additional time for, I guess, the mods on those, the drones?
No.
Okay.
It's just 1 week.
So I guess if we have so many, I guess I might as well do it. The other one's a weapon fitting and ammo unit. Currently is all that I have for the combat config, and then I guess that whatever weapon we slap on there.
So what did you put on the one?
The one is the racing gravitics.
Racing gravitics.
Yeah, don't worry about that one. That one's just for fun.
Now hold on.
That one's named Sanic.
I'd like to, as captain, I'd like to protest about you spending several thousand of our group credits for something that's
It's
not
just
actually
the spare
useful.
parts, and it might be useful. I don't know.
For what?
Nope. Getting somewhere fast with the small package.
You also need like a cargo system for that?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
give
that's
it
why I
the
said
thing.
small. That's why I said small package. But yeah,
Very
I mean,
small.
there would definitely it would have room for the heavy lifting if needed be. But honestly, that's not what I was thinking of with it.
Okay.
It was just for fun.
All right. I will insist you pay money into the ship funds for equivalent to what you're spending on spare parts here.
Okay, that's fair enough for that drone. The other one will be a weapon platform, so that one will be useful in case we get into a fight. That's probably...
Point of fact, this one is also a weapons use platform. You just have to fly it directly into somebody.
Oh dear.
I mean, that is one of the fittings that you can get. It's very cheap, actually.
Just put a big horn on the front. It becomes a unicorn.
Or no, you just put a bomb on it.
Yeah, well, it's easy enough.
Yeah, it's the more obvious application of a suicidal weapon platform.
Look, I didn't say it had to be suicidal. You could reinforce the neck. It can fly right through people.
Oh boy.
I think you want to make that a sturdier drone. The base drone's not sturdy enough to survive that, I don't think.
Alright, let me refocus myself here. You guys are in Panjati Varul.
So can I put the weapons platform one on the ship budget, and then the racing one on my own budget?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 6,000 credits towards the ship funds then.
We're
And
rich.
Hmm.
What did I miss?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We haven't done anything all session.
We got lost in space for a while. That was fun.
You got lost in space. Yeah.
I had to leave suddenly between in the middle of having spent 18 days in space and 6,000 credits to the ship funds.
I assure you, nothing of import has happened as of yet.
Ah, I see. We dug for 120 spare parts.
Can we put voice boxes on these drones so they can say danger, Will Robinson, danger?
I'm pretty sure that they can come with that as like just as a default thing.
There you go.
That like they have like I know they have like basic visual stuff you can upgrade, but
Yeah, sure.
which is another one I'm looking at later on as like an observation platform. But that's a more expensive build.
All right.
Well,
When you
Realizing how many spare parts we have.
when you finally arrive at Panjati Virul after 18 days of hand wringing and it's still metaspace out there. And you see 2 planets ahead of you. There are no space stations orbiting either of them. And no moons or asteroid fields of note. Your destination, as you were told, is Trinita Shade.
Okay.
Let's head there.
Yeah.
Yep, lay in a course and start repairs.
Okay. Yeah, despite that 18 days in space, I guess the atmospheric configuration.
That probably means we got to go outside to fix it, right?
Yeah, this one you definitely have to.
Can I get an estimate on what sort of work we need to do?
Yep. I'm gonna.
He's like, I'm doing that. Shut up.
Well,
I am. I am. I'm doing that. Shut up.
Cost.
All right. A disabled system can be jury rigged back to functionality for 1/10 the system's cost, and 1 day work per 25,000 credits.
Full repairs, 1/4.
Full repairs cost 1/4 of its original price.
Oof. And it's priceless because nobody can land a cruiser anywhere. What's a quarter of priceless?
What has a price?
Well, technically the book wouldn't have a price for it, but I think you can extrapolate from the original price.
Yeah, technically it's just 25 times 5,000. But Sander is right. This isn't something that could normally be installed on a cruiser.
So it's priceless, which means its price is 0, and if you multiply 0 times a quarter, you get 0, so it costs nothing to fix. Bam.
Not
Math.
actually how priceless works.
Mathed.
Also, has anyone updated the ship inventory with my drone stuff, or do you need me to?
You can.
Okay.
Can something actually be priceless? You know, besides like sentimental value and stupid garbage like that. Wouldn't anything just be worth the sum of its parts? Plus,
I don't know.
possibly the hours that went into making it.
Yeah, what do you want to? Oh god, I was about to make a joke about selling a kid, but now that the hours that went into making it are involved.
No, technically works. I mean, the kid might be priceless to its parents, but you don't care.
Well, I mean, come on. That's you spent 9 months at 24 hours a day. What do you think the hourly rate for that is?
24 hours. At
and
best, it was 4 hours.
no, he's saying the woman carrying has
Yeah.
to do 9 months, 24 hours. Obviously, the turkey baster, you don't have to pay for.
I mean, basically, somebody figure out what minimum wage for 9 months of 24 hours a day would be, and there's your cost.
Depends on where we are.
Well, and we got to look up the prices for organs on the dark web. Like we're gonna end up on a list.
Yeah.
We're already on a list.
You know what? That is exactly why I did not do a search for how fast would Secret Service shoot someone if they pulled the gun on the president. I thought about doing that search. I thought about trying to figure out how to search for, do they pause because they've got a gun aimed at him? Do they just shoot him? And I decided not to search it.
Probably smart.
Our
Let's.
ship doesn't have a firing range, does it?
It
Yeah.
does.
So
Here we go. Base pay for experienced surrogate in California. 60,000 plus expenses and allowances.
Huh. I
Well.
wonder how much that comes out to. Because just basically, this 9 months at 24 hours a day is basically 9 months times 3. So 2 whole years of pay, 60,000. That's 30,000 a year. That's not very good.
Yeah, but what do you got to?
that's if you're in California. If you happen to be in Sierra Leone, where the minimum wage is 3 cents an hour,
Well, okay, that's pretty good. Fixing the atmospheric configuration is going to cost you 625 spare parts.
Do we still have that many spare parts?
20. Oh, he didn't have 2,500 in the first place.
mean, if-
625.
Oh,
I mean, if
625?
necessary,
Oh, yeah.
We'll take some drone support.
No! I was gonna
Um,
practice. We said we do have a firing range?
Yes, you do.
Okay, good. I'm gonna do a little in-game thing.
Can you delete 625 spare parts and we'll just fix it?
I've already got it open, so I can go and take 625 off.
Okay, thank
Cool.
you.
Puts us down to 1288.
Are you going to do that before you travel to Trinity Shade?
I figured while.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, nothing's stopping us from doing it while.
Android's flying, so I got plenty of time to.
Okay. Well, you're going to need an extra day to do that, though. So Android takes about 16 hours to get to Trinity Shade, and you're still fixing the atmospheric configuration.
That's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
fine.
be I'll,
Live
I'll
it
be
slower.
I'll be out on the ship doing that while you guys scan the planet for fun stuff.
Lilith.
I'm not any good when it comes to scanning anyway.
Mhm. Okay, so how to approach this? We're going to need to scan for. Well, I guess it'd be mostly military installations, wouldn't it? It'd have to be.
You need a scanner? I'm really
Yeah.
good at this.
I just scan, I guess, for. Well, ruined structures, more intact ones.
Isn't there like a list of things you can scan for, and one of them's hidden stuff?
Yeah.
That's probably what we need.
I should have just popped that up onto your screen.
You did. You did.
So we're gonna turn it to shade. Trend. Species. The planet. Oh. Oh, when I said the planet is outright hostile, I thought it meant like the people on the planet.
final tally, we're looking at about 200 ahead, a little bit less.
For what?
200 what?
200 ahead.
For what?
24 hours, 9 months.
Oh, you've been doing the math this whole time. All right.
Well, I did the math and then I waited for an opportunity to speak.
Look, you can't wait in this group. You just gotta talk over people.
I'll say you guys are actually better about that than many other groups I've been in.
Oh, you're done now?
Yes. So 200 ahead, 200,000.
$200.
Oh yeah, because we're getting Sierra Leone babies.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
All
Yeah,
right.
Either that or the what is it? The Venezuela?
Sure, if you want a Sierra Leone baby, but I mean, does
I mean,
anybody really?
I'm not looking for. I don't care about where they're coming from. I'm just looking for the baby.
Yeah, we're not picky.
If I cared about getting the a baby from the land of retreating, then I'd go to France and I'd pay whatever there. But
Yeah, no, I think for a quality baby, you have to go somewhere where the minimum wage is higher. If you're okay with a poor quality baby, then and the risks that that poses to your experiments, we should probably stop this conversation.
Yeah, I was not gonna point out rating babies on how good they are, depending on where they're from.
Yeah, but Sierra Leone is in the U.S., right? Or am I being completely ignorant?
yeah.
You are being
That's the land in,
completely.
yeah, that's the land in Africa. So yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
probably bad then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you think in America has a minimum wage of 3 cents?
I figured it was a prison city.
Sierra Leone.
Oh my god.
Like, you know, and actually, I have in my job, I do get to look at occasionally have to look at the minimum wage of different states. There are some really, really fucked up low minimum wages out there.
I mean, if let me do it using just the U.S. because it's here.
Okay.
Isn't federal minimum wage like at least $10 or something like
Yeah,
that?
but there are ways around that.
No, federal minimum wage is something like $7.25 or something like that.
I mean,
It's still pretty low.
Yeah, 7.25 is the lowest in the U.S.
like waiters can get paid way less than that because they make it up on tips, which is bullshit.
Yeah, like I
but
said,
whatever.
there are
But
ways around that federal minimum wage.
They're required to make that with tips at least. Like if they don't make that with tips, of course, in that case, if they're not making enough with tips to meet the minimum wage, then they're fired.
They'll just get fired. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this back to the game, and I'll post a link to my resource later.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Baby
I'm kind of
market.com?
stalling also.
Oh, do you not have? Did you not have this planned?
No, I have the details that I need, but I want to better cater it to how events have transpired in this run with you guys. But I'll be able to work through the next 47 minutes with no problem.
Okay.
You guys are doing your sensor scans, looking at Trinita Shade. As usual, the scanning of planets and ships is a ask the right question type deal. You can only ask questions on the list. And I can answer the questions that are automatically answered for you. And those are atmosphere. It is a breathable mix. Geology. You're looking at a planet with thick jungle separated by deep overgrown chasms, and that jungle and those chasms both appear to go all the way to the polar ice caps. You don't see any advanced energy using surface communities, no other ships in orbit, and no surface features designed to attract orbital interest. What's left are those questions in italics that you have to roll a int program check to read the sensor and scan readings at a DC 8 plus 1 per question you've asked. So what question do you want to ask first?
I think it was the hidden or low tech communities y'all mentioned.
Yeah, go ahead and do that first.
Gotta pull up my character sheet for once. Program 2d6. Hey, I'm a good scanner, y'all.
You are a good scanner. You find no sign of hidden or low-tech communities. Actually, sorry, I take that back. You do find signs of hidden and low-tech communities. Yeah, sorry. There are signs of hidden low-tech communities. Looks like you're seeing what look like signs of primitive fire technology using peoples or communities.
Are they like Space Amish?
Well, they're not supposed to be. The people of Trinita Shade, uh, also sometimes known as a human subspecies Homo sapiens mechanis, are thought to are very technologically advanced.
Oh, I meant these communities. Like I meant like sub communities, like where they people getting away from technology.
Oh,
Well, I
gotcha.
suppose we may not have that information, so.
Right.
I'm sorry. I don't understand what that exchange was.
Basically, there's low tech communities on the planet, which is strange because it's not a low tech planet at all. But we don't have further detail.
Dex, can I roll can I roll to know what those communities would be?
Yeah. You're not using your eclectic memory, just trying to roll basically sociology.
Basically.
Okay. I'll let you roll that with an int no.
High rollers.
Indeed, you guys are, aside from Android, on fire this entire
Mhm.
session.
Oh, Android's
Hey.
just literally on fire.
I tried to, get everyone to be on fire, but
You
wait
know,
till we
guys,
jump out again.
it was not helping Android pilots the ship by constantly setting her hair on fire.
It apparently wasn't harming it, though.
Based on information that you guys have gotten elsewhere, just general internet or space-net information, well, the low-tech communities that you're seeing would be the Trin that are still trying to um, survive on their own without their former technological glory. The Trin had to be evacuated from Trinita Fade over there in Zenthra due to some atmospheric catastrophes. And Trinita Shade is now where they live.
Right. I'm sorry. I missed the first part of that. What? Why are they living there with only fire now?
Um, their home planet is Trinita Fade in the
Mhm.
Zenthra star system,
Yep.
and their planet suffered some atmospheric catastrophe.
Right. I got that.
They were evacuated and brought here. That's why they're here with primitive fire technology.
I'm
Jai's. Go ahead.
So
I'm asking why are they here with only primitive fire technology?
That is a question. That is the answer to that you do not know. Jai is basically surmising that because you could not find any advanced energy using surface communities, that these hidden or low tech communities that you're finding are stragglers, that they weren't able to cope without the breadth of the technology that they had on their home planet. These are the survivors, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Should we possibly
so
search
they were
for...
evacuated here and left without technology,
Yeah, that's what it
and so
seems
they've
to be.
not been able to struggle their way back towards technology. It sounds like.
All right. Can
Can
you?
y'all help me to find something like Maltech here?
Yeah. All right. If the Sioux told me there would be something on Trinidad Shade, they might be frickin' wrong. Um, can you get like a scan for any signs of like the major industrial centers? So maybe something like that. Any signs of actual technology or industry, even in ruins, anything.
It could all be underground past the range of scanners.
Well, let's ask the scanners.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking next? Is major industrial sites?
I mean, I guess it's really more like ruins, I suppose. It's really what we're looking for, but that's the closest thing, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
And
Do we already know if there are any unique allergens or atmospheric hazards?
we have not asked that.
Okay. Maybe check that one out before the DC gets too high.
I don't think it rises.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
does.
why? Why does it rise? It's not like we're hacking a system.
It kind of is actually. The mini game mechanic is the same. You start with a DC of 8, and it gets +1 for each time. A fictional position for that is simply that you've only got so much sensor data from scanning the planet, and if you end up at a point where you just can't read anymore because it's gotten too high or because you failed a check, it's that you just didn't get that sensor data, or the person doing the scanning and the reading isn't able to parse it out. Sometimes there's too much data.
All right, roll it then.
Yeah, actually, I like the idea of too much data. Basically, you spent too long looking at this, and now it's just really hard to parse. I guess this was for the major industrial sites. Oh, nope.
Nope.
I guess it don't matter.
Are you an expert?
Oh, I guess I am. Yeah, I guess I might totally roll that.
Good call.
I'm real good at my job, y'all.
Are you?
Nope.
The curse of
You're
the scanner
real at
comes
your-
back.
Okay.
It was only a matter of time.
Can you do like another scan for that then?
In 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's both. It raises and you have to wait.
My
Yeah.
brain trembles.
The 24 hours will reset it, but basically the 24 hours also represents you guys are gathering new and better data, filtering your results, and giving it another shot.
All right, go ahead and scan for the allergens then.
Do you want to wait for 24 hours?
Can I scan again
well-
after? I don't think I can scan again after failing.
Yeah,
right?
no, the
Yeah.
failing
On a failure,
us.
the data is inclusive and will yield no more information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're done asking questions for the day.
Okay. Can someone else scan?
No. The data has yielded all it's going to yield for now. You need more data now.
Okay. Dex. Could I actually roll for eclectic memory to know if the trend did indeed bring technology with them?
I hate to say yes because I know you're going to succeed the roll, but yes.
I mean, frick, it's what the focus is for, Dex. Why even let me take it if you're not gonna let me use it?
Maybe that happened.
I did. I created the problem for myself. Go ahead and roll it.
All right.
That is exactly as I expected. Would you like to re-roll your 1?
Yes.
Nemesis, it's in the character sheet for the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
the
14
notes.
is sufficient
I'll
anyways,
get it
obviously. So one of the challenges that Jai, as you guys are kind of banging your heads over this data, this has taken a couple of hours to try and get through in the first place. One thing that's coming back to Jai is that the Trin were given this kind of unofficial subspecies name, Homo sapiens mechanis, for a very good reason. They're very highly cybernetized. Almost all Trin have cybernetics of some sort. some to accommodate for deficiencies, and some just with racing gravitics for fun. That they don't have any technology with them is an indication of some kind of forced move instead of the rescue that was depicted. And with the extra that Jai's eclectic memory gives him, he knows that the Trin are far craftier than would allow themselves to be stranded on a planet with no tech.
Right. So they have to be hiding something.
They have to be hiding something. And the immediately session relevant information to take away from that is if they're hiding something, then why?
Mm-hmm. All right. In that case, Zoe, Walter, Android, Charlie.
Oh yeah, now you want my help.
Shut up, Walter. I didn't ask you to speak. Prepare the Marauder. We're going to be heading down.
Alright, that was Zoe, Android, Walter. Is Jai going with them?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Charlie, Nemesis, and Switch.
Can they fit? How many people can fit in the Marauder?
It was 6, right?
6.
Okay.
And I probably
Nemesis-
shouldn't have included Switch in that list. I only threw Switch in there because I felt I needed to throw another name in there. Charlie or
All right.
Nemesis?
I guess all of the PC staff I'm telling to come down with me because I feel like Nemesis's programming skills might actually be more useful down there if we
Yeah.
encounter anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be hands-on because that starts with that number. Heck,
All right. I will instruct. Oh, crud. Which one was the most reasonable of the NPC crew people?
Either Alexi or Switch.
Right. Alexi, you're going to be manning the scanners from while we're down on the surface.
The two that ain't busy.
Make sure to set up a staff rotation. You'll be switching out with the other two every 8 hours.
Understood, boss.
All right, the rest of you, grab your vac suits just in case, and then pack some supplies. We're going to set a course for one of those, I guess, campsites. See what the Trin are up to.
All right. Let's get a preparation montage going.
That's our
I
preparation.
fear
song.
5 minutes after that announcement, the android stands right next to the fighter with a spare battery
Yeah.
and just waits for everyone else.
Okay.
All
So
right.
prepare your character sheets with what gear you have stowed in backpacks, what gear you have readied, and mark other for anything that you're not taking down with you.
I'm
Okay.
bringing down all of my goods and all
I was
of my
gonna say,
valuable possessions.
all my crap is ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what about
Ditto.
those drones?
Oh yeah, I think. Do I still have my knife?
Oh yeah, I guess I do need to bring. Can you add drones in? Hold on.
And
never.
was that Charlie? I heard. Did you have a question?
I was asking if I still had my knife. I know it got taken away when we hit the when we went onto the planet before. I don't know if I ever got it back.
Oh yeah, do the drones have an? Oh yeah, there we go.
Do you
There's
mean
my
on
number.
Lamiera?
No, before that.
Huh.
Way before that. I'm talking like back on SOS.
Yeah, you got it back.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
That's
if
bad
I
of me,
say it
Jimmy.
with enough confidence, he'll go for it. Just
I don't actually even remember it being taken away, and it's something that's easy enough to replace unless that was a special heirloom.
It had a couple carvings of mine, but
Okay.
otherwise nothing
Yeah.
fancy.
No, I'm not worried about that. You got it.
I have one drone readied.
Actually, what else do we have on? Do we have like general supplies on the ship?
You do not have a supply locker.
All right. So I forgot about. That's fine.
I have an armory,
Yeah.
but it's not been
Not-
restocked,
not-
has it?
No. Well, it's got
It feels
old
restocked.
crummy. It's got old crummy equipment.
Really
not
should
that
stock that
crummy.
sometime. That's okay. I'm just using my laser pistol for my combat drone because for now. Let me see, how many?
All right.
So I could either put a rifle on it or I could get extra ammo for it.
Let's
I
see.
want to upgrade it.
Zoe, could you throw together a few things to make us some basic survival equipment? I don't know how long we'll be down there.
we have survival kits.
We do?
Yeah, they're specific for a different place, but
It'll work for now. It'll work for now. Okay. I assume we're going to dress Walter up in the suit so he feels better about himself.
We don't have an extra mag pistol, do we?
Nope.
Dang. Mag pistol will be a lot better to put on my drone.
Do we really want to put Walter in the suit though?
Do we not?
Well, it means we have to constantly recharge him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Does it use A cells?
B cells.
B cells.
Rip.
Yeah, just throw him in a normal gear then.
Just throw them onto the planet.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could at least put the suit on the. Can we put the suit on the Marauder?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
got two tons of cargo space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll just keep it in there then. Along with some rations.
Tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious hardtack.
Okay. You can easily get about a week's worth of rations from your ship if you want. Unless you guys actually bought rations, which would be better.
It would be better, but I'm pretty sure Zoe insisted in buying the non durable food stuff.
no, we bought regular food too. We just also bought the good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get a week of basically NutriPaste from the ship as trail rations.
Gorp.
I also just have some rations on my character sheet.
Okay.
That'll work.
All right. Is everyone set? Anyone need more time?
Believe we're... Let me check the quick. I'm gonna grab we just had any TL3 equipment in the or any TL3 weapons in the armory, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's switch to that then. And
What happened to
yeah,
that
should be
medicine?
good.
What was that, Nox?
I was wondering what happened to my Metatool because I know that I had one.
I don't know if it's not on your character sheet. Would you have removed it for any reason?
No. I do know that there's like a bundled thing, and I don't know how that works, but whatever. If I need to, I'll buy a new one.
You've got a med tool. That's another thing I'm not really worried about. I know that you had one. I don't know why you don't have one now. So you have one. Okay. Give me a moment here.
Because I know that one of the things that I wanted to do at some point was upgrade it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Interesting. Yes.
We have 2 tons of space in the cargo lighter, or in the fighter, and the suit only takes up 1.
It doesn't even take up one now.
I bring Charlie, the other Charlie.
That's a good point.
one
Okay.
of these days.
All right. You guys are ready to launch in the Marauder.
In that case, we might be out of batteries, though.
Oh, I should probably bring some extra batteries.
There can be only one Charlie.
Don't have any. That's the point.
Yeah, I've got Batu for my laser pistol, and those are both on my, well, one's in my drone, the other one's gonna be...
We're talking about the B cells.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure Charlie uses B cells.
Yeah, all vehicles do.
I am a human.
I need more A-cell batteries. Hey, let me see, how's the power for drones work?
That's
so-
actually good. I have a better idea. Let's bring down the hover cycle.
That's Charlie.
That's
Oh my
Charlie.
god.
Isn't it?
Oh, I thought you were talking about some frickin' one of your robots.
I am a human.
Look, its name was Charlie first, so we're gonna have to change your name to Charles.
There can be only one.
All right, and it's the hover cycle. So
I will destroy this bicycle.
I mean, the other option is we bring down the ATV Explorer and we can all just drive places
It's too big.
in the cargo lighter, not the Marauder.
Yeah. it's
Oh
fair.
yeah, and your drone eats 1 A cell per hour.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Where is it listed on here?
So do we want to
Piloting a drone.
do we want to go down?
I see it, first paragraph.
Do we want to go down the Marauder or the cargo lighter?
Yes,
Marauder.
both. All of the above. Let's just land the whole fucking ship.
Except, oh, can we now?
Yeah. What do you think I've been outside fixing this whole time?
I just thought you liked a brisk walk in space.
Ugh.
But nobody can ask you to hug.
Except the android's out there with you, and she seems to be on a kick about those things. So
Yeah, your the Roz's Atmo config is fixed.
all right, let's just bring the whole ship down then. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just bring the whole thing down. If assuming there's a landing zone near one of those villages.
I mean, the Marauder is smaller, faster, and better armed.
I mean, we can land it separately.
Or we could just pop it out after we land. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. We can land the Raza, and then we can use the Marauder for scouting things.
Yeah, technically, now that we have the Marauder, it's sort of silly that we still have all these cars.
Eh. Well, hold on. How many do we have now?
3. We have a grav cycle, we have an ATV, and we have a troop carrier.
No, I think it's a grav cycle and ATV, and one of them's got modified to a ground car now.
Oh, is it a ground car? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it might be nice to have the ship in orbit in case other ships are appearing.
That is true. While you are on the ground, you will not be notified of other ships entering the region of the planet.
But they won't
But
be
also-
notified about us, though.
That's
Uh,
also true.
Yeah.
And
Until they
also,
start
there's
scanning.
not really any ships that can threaten the Raza in the atmosphere. It's very difficult to threaten the Raza in an atmosphere.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
It's super easy.
I think I like in this case the idea of us not being noticed more than I like noticing people, if that makes sense.
Okay, so the new plan is to take the entire Raza down.
Yeah.
Is the Marauder descending separately or just normal in the fighter bay?
It's just normal.
Okay. So as you are approaching orbit, approaching a lower orbit to find one of these low-tech communities and clearing to land near them, this planet is extremely jungly. It is overridden by jungle, trees. You're not entirely certain how deep that foliage goes.
Mm-hmm.
Landing the Raza is going to be trickier, and you can't, depending on your definition of close, your initial scans are not finding any clearings that are sized to fit the Raza that are near to any of these low-tech communities that Nemesis was able to point out on a map. The closest you can get is about 3 kilometers. Sorry, 30 kilometers.
Okay, that makes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. No.
Scale is hard, man.
In that case, let's just take it. Let's just go down the Marauder then, for now. Make initial contact, and then we'll bring more stuff down as needed.
Okay.
And unless anyone has a problem with that,
Oh, whatever.
Xander,
No, I'm good.
Android.
She's fine.
All right.
Alright, so we're back to the Marauder.
I reserve my right to make fun of it later.
Wait, to make fun of what?
The plan.
Oh, fair. Totally fair.
All right.
Alright. Who gets the love seat?
Walter.
Zoe, she needs
Yeah.
it.
Oh dear.
I just want to know who I get to make uncomfortable if you guys have to fire the railgun. That's all.
It's Walter.
Okay.
I don't know. Walter would be better off basically manning the freaking gun.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, Zoe.
So just to be clear, the android who can sit anywhere.
Yes.
Uh-huh. wants to sexually harass the youngest girl child on the. Yep. Okay.
Oh, you mean that borderline alcoholic? Absolutely.
Oh dear.
Alright. Finding a location, a clearing to land the Marauder in near any of these low-tech communities mapped out is much easier. In fact, you've got your pick of range. Do you want to be less than a kilometer away? You want to be 2, 3 kilometers? How close do you want to bring your Marauder down?
Middling range. Let me see. What's the range? The Stalker has a range of 2 kilometers. So
It depends on how much through jungle you want to walk.
Let's bring us down outside the village, but otherwise close. So with around a kilometer.
Okay. All right. As you're coming down, the atmosphere is thick and hazy. One moment.
Oh yeah, real quick question. Is it okay for me to borrow a couple, like 2 of the Type A batteries from the ship inventory?
As long as you give them back.
It's fine with me.
Okay. I'll have the 2 extra then. Just add those as temporary.
And as you're getting closer, you're seeing more of the color of the fauna, the flora. I was too confused. Of Trinita Shade. There is a lot of orange. There's clearly, naturally, a lot of green. But as you reach your clearing and descend within meters of the ground, the trees are striped with orange and brown bark, and the flowers below are vibrant yellows, oranges, and greens. There is a haze that makes it it's limiting your visibility by a little bit. And the Marauder lands.
Okay. All right. So we land. The door of the Marauders hiss, like there's a little hiss as it opens. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be very dramatic.
There's a hiss. The hazy air filters into the Marauder.
Okay.
And there's a slightly sweet smell on the air. Well, for those of you that are not wearing vac suits or otherwise unable to smell.
Should be in vac-suits.
That is kind of important for the armor aspect of it. Which of you are using vac suits and which of you are using, well, real armor?
I'm using a vac suit, so.
I'm not really comfortable in a vac suit yet, so, but I've only got secure clothing, so you know, I'd rather not fight, obviously.
Right. Okay, so Nemesis is not wearing a vac suit.
Yeah, I'm pretty clumsy in them.
Okay. You don't have to be. Nemesis did have some time that she was forced to go out and do some work in space.
Yeah, but I don't think it was long enough to be totally familiar yet.
Okay, that's fair.
We'll say I'm probably like halfway trained.
Okay. I'm assuming Android's not in a vac suit.
Nope.
Zoe?
Oh, yeah, probably.
I mean, we determined it's a breathable atmosphere.
Oh, well then
Even
fuck
if we
that.
didn't determine if there are unique allergens or atmospheric hazards, but you know.
Let's
Oh, how
find
that
out.
can be.
Yeah, let's find out the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Low risk.
All right.
Besides, if you have a vac suit on, you can't smell the sweet air.
That's right.
I mean, if you have a vac suit on, you can just take the helmet off of it
Yeah, that's
and
true.
still have armor.
Is the air 2% opium?
The air is not 2% opium. Charlie?
Aw.
I guess something I would have asked before we came down. Did we have an actual survey scanner on the ship?
Nope.
You
All
do
right,
not.
never mind then.
And I guess I could just handle this by just make sure that the armor that you are wearing is the one that's checked.
Okay.
And if you've got extra armor, sets of armor with you, make sure that it shows as stowed, or that you've.
Did somebody take my secure clothing off?
I assume
Kinky.
you do when you go to bed, but
Obviously, I meant on my character sheet because it used to be on there and now it's
Well.
not.
I make sure I'm not wearing a red shirt.
My shirt has pink frills on it, so
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I'm not wearing anything technically.
very
Like,
specific.
I'm wearing nothing
that's
at
very
all.
uncomfortable.
Aren't you wearing the jacket?
No, she's not wearing the jacket, but she has the jacket.
Well, fuck, give it back if you're not gonna wear it.
Oh dear.
We are 10 minutes out from end of session. Do you guys want to have a quick RP between characters, or do you want to try and push on into the planet?
I say push on.
Yeah, I was gonna say there better be some pushing,
Okay.
especially since you're gonna delay everything by like 2 weeks. So
Freezing.
pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next session is scheduled by week. It's also the Saturday after July, or the Sunday after July 4th. So it seems reasonable to just to leave it as the bye week. Any objections?
Nope.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know. I feel like freeing this planet it would be appropriate.
That doesn't really have any relevance. But thank you for your input. Well, the doors of the door of the Marauder is open before you. You're hearing the clickety clacking sound of distant animals, as well as the sound of something much larger moving through distant trees.
Can we
There,
point the railgun in that direction?
you would have to pick up the or lift off with the Marauder and set it back down.
Aw, damn.
It is forward facing. Your Hydra arrays could probably fire on random things in the jungle.
Well, we'll set Walter to manning those for a moment, just in case.
Okay.
There's no need to.
You hear the
Oh right.
trill of insects nearby as they go buzzing past.
In fact, you might want to have Walter along as a human shield. Because when everyone runs and gets out of the way, he probably stands there aiming a gun.
You know the direction to the low-tech community that you found. There's no obvious trail.
All right, Android, lead the way.
Okay. Android will do so.
Okay.
In fact, it should be easy since you can actually triangulate. Because we have one ship in orbit that I can track, we have one ship on the ground that I can track. So I actually have the perfect positioning system right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm not even going to ask for a check on that.
It's the APS, the Android positioning system.
How long does it take to walk a kilometer?
Oh,
Not that long.
yeah. How in shape are we? Like 15 minutes? If we're just kind
I,
of.
mean-
was gonna say, I mean, in the jungle, a lot slower, and depending on the temperature and everything, that could take a while.
Yeah, you are being impeded by the environment, but just in for a normal healthy human on flat ground.
Oh, that'd be about 10 minutes.
I mean,
I
would
let's
say-
see.
10 to 12 minutes is what
Yeah.
Google says. So you had it on the spot. everyone except for Android, go ahead and give me a physical save.
And this is where we find out that Zoe has asthma. Hey,
Hey, your high level saved you.
nice.
Nice.
Ruh-roh.
Well,
Oh well.
Well, thankfully it's not a gradient scale or anything, right, for success?
all right. Who wants to be kept next?
I mean, I'm in my vac suit, so it's probably just exhaustion, I assume.
After it takes you about 25, almost 30 minutes, you reach a small clearing about 20 meters across. It's dark. The canopy above you blots most of the light from the star, from Panjati Varul, and the ground is covered with a thick rubbery mat. You see on one edge of this mat looks like imprints of, well, the only way to describe them would be tires from ground vehicles. And you can see from where those tires imprinted, there's a trail leading off this rubbery mat. At the center is a small ramshackle collection of some old and broken tools and a bench. The most immediate thing noticed by Nemesis and Zoe is the stench. Did I put a range on that? Yeah. This is a palpable stench, unlike anything else that you smelled in the jungle. And it seems to be coming from this mat. You could smell it some meters out before even seeing this camp. Jai, in your vac suit, you're not picking up anything. Your vac suit isn't warning you of any atmospheric, not atmospheric, unbreathable atmosphere. So it doesn't appear to be necessarily toxic. Whatever they're wrinkling their noses at, you can't smell it.
Okay.
There is also a corpse that appears to have been dragged off the mat and into bushes. You're seeing a blood trail.
Well.
And a foot.
And a foot.
And a foot, yes.
And a foot.
Gotta hand it to him.
Nope.
That's not how you get the leg up.
All right. Charlie, go check that out.
I just want to point at is that a foot?
Go check.
Does Charlie go check out the foot? It's not a detached foot. It looks like it is still attached to something.
Oh. I definitely saw in my head a detached foot.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Nox, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
I haven't heard anything either.
Uh-oh.
He might just be gone. Nemesis, go check it out.
Well, that is definitely not my job description.
That's.
Hold on.
I mean, there are a lot of things that aren't in your job description that you still have to do.
Hold on. I'll deploy the combat drone.
No, go check it out. Don't waste batteries.
Nope, I'm gonna waste batteries. I'm not going over there physically.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, if you don't stop me, I'm doing it.
I, n-
I mean,
I,
it's not going to be much battery.
the combat drone isn't going to see into the bushes. Go.
I mean, it could circle the bush.
All right, Android, make Nemesis go check out the bush.
I'm not
Because
wearing a red shirt.
at this point, the problem is, like, I could just order Android to check it out at this point, but no, at this point it feels important that Nemesis be made to do it. So Android, make Nemesis check out the bush.
This defiance of your authority, of your captainly authority, will not stand.
Sure.
Wait, no, I'm like tossing the drone into the air.
No. Go. Kick.
I will.
I'm sitting the drone out.
For added detail, the drone is going to be very limited in trying to see what's going on with this foot and whatever's attached to it.
Yeah.
At the very least, it'll trigger any traps.
Okay.
I walk over and I pull on the foot. And I look over at Jai while I'm doing it. Some fucking doctor.
Okay. The pulling on the foot, you there's a little bit of resistance, and then a straining groan. Not like a human groan. More like a groan of metal that has been detached from ligaments, and a cybernetic leg comes off in Zoe's arm or hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just the lower part of it.
I look in the bush. Is there any more?
Yep, there's more person there. You part the bush and got some little insects crawling on you just from touching the bush.
Okay.
And you see a blue-skinned person eaten from the waist up.
And I guess I'll finally go over and look to see it. And
Great.
yeah, is that one of the Trin then?
It does appear to be one of the Trin. There are cybernetic bits peppered all throughout this individual's body. And it looks like they've been chewed around by wildlife. But even though the hip and below is fleshy, it doesn't really appear to have been touched except for that leg that Zoe pulled out.
Hey, I turn towards Jai and I hold the leg out and I say, "Here, you can use this to kick Nemesis's ass."
Perfect. And I do indeed throw it at Nemesis.
Can I dodge?
I think you're busy with your drone controls.
I can risk the drone. I can risk the drone crashing.
No, I believe this would be a shoot check.
It would be shoot, exert, or stab. Oddly.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. And for
Wait,
trying
no.
to dodge that, I'll let you do an
Children.
exert.
It shouldn't be.
Oh God.
It shouldn't have been a skill check, but all right. I guess I'm rolling to do an execution attack on it.
No, this was a skill check.
Okay.
Yeah. Nemesis, let's see that Dex, exert, dodge. Or you can try and intercept with the drone.
Well, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not putting a drone in front of it. Not great.
There are still fleshy bits on this cybernetic.
I am definitely filing a complaint with HR. Totally
Walker is
inappropriate.
HR, so
Yeah.
Oh, good. He can understand me, and I can't understand him. That's perfect.
It's alright, I'm sure he will bring it to the immediate attention of the captain.
But no, I didn't need that bit, so I'm going to examine the rest of the corpse. And the fleshy bits weren't eaten, or the fleshy bits from the waist down weren't eaten.
From the waist down.
Okay. Well, things have gotten interesting.
Go ahead and roll me a heal check real quick.
I can do that.
It's not actually from the waist down. The fleshy bits that are a certain distance or within a certain distance of the rubbery mat have not been eaten.
Okay.
And I'll let that trigger a survive if Jai is sharing this information.
I am.
Okay, does anybody have survive?
Walter is the one who's good at survive.
That's right. I'll go ahead and roll for him.
I was gonna say, what do I need to survive for when I wasn't alive in the first place?
Right, makes sense.
I was born
Wow,
and raised,
okay.
born and raised in a city. I have no idea how to survive in the wilds.
So, Walter theorizes that the stench of this mat, this rubbery mat, is perhaps driving away whatever was eating this thing. And with a little bit of that additional information going back to the doctor, yeah, it does look like additional bits of this flesh were eaten later, as perhaps it got dragged away from by larger predators trying to eat it.
Well, does it look like a predator might have been what killed it, or probably being dragged away by that car or whatever it was?
Well, it wasn't actually dragged away by a car. This is from a different section of the map.
Okay,
It's too eaten though to tell what killed it in the first place.
that's fair. Still,
Like you can't even tell if this is male or female.
yeah, that's fair. It's also not terribly important at the moment. What is important is we're definitely seeing a lot of mechanical augmentations to this trend. And there's definitely a motor vehicle, signs of a motor vehicle over there. So it's pretty obvious that these people here are not nearly as primitive as they want us to believe. Though I have no idea how or why this person was killed.
And I think that makes a good place to call it a session.